back to In the Loop. I'm your host, Taylor Harmon, and we have a very exciting episode today. We are interviewing Tiffany Trueblood. She is our coordinator of the youth tour. Welcome, Tiffany.
Hello.
So excited to have you today. Can you give us a little background into what made you kind of get into youth tour?
I have actually been doing, I don't want to give my age because, the co-op must hire us when we're 20. I've been doing youth tour for 17 years. I've got into it when I first started the co-op world, and I just love it. I have drank the youth tour Kool-Aid for years. It is my jam. I'm probably going to talk about, you're going to have to cut me off because I will talk about it all day, every day. But it's a fantastic program, and I've been involved with it, like I said, for 17 years. So it does hurt my heart to see some of my first kids now have kids. I'm like, no, stop. No.
Absolutely.
But it's a wonderful program. I'm so excited to talk about it today and get my next group of young'uns.
Yeah, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get into what is youth tour. Can you go ahead and explain that and what all you guys do and everything about it?
Yeah, youth tour is a unique program, just really special, unique for cooperatives. They've been doing it for most co-ops now. It's been over 50 years. And what we do is co-ops from all over the country, everywhere. They get high school juniors. Usually that's the age group we go for. And we just pour into these kids. We give them an amazing opportunity, but we also further their education, open their eyes a little bit. And some of that, every state does a little different. Some states do some stuff, in the state level. But the biggest thing, the crown jewel of everyone's youth tour is Washington Youth Tour. And here in Georgia, that's what we really focus on, is that Washington Youth Tour trip. And what is that, may you ask? What is that?
What is that?
It is like 1,500 high school kids overtaking D.C. Okay. And I know some people out there are like, ooh, but no, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's like,
Sounds like
it's
a good
great.
time. Yeah.
And they get to go up there and they get to meet their elected officials. They can meet senators and House representatives. You never know who else may walk by.
Right.
I was in a tour one year and Newt Gingrich just showed up. And so we got a photo op. I mean, you just never know.
That's so exciting.
You just don't know who's going to happen. But when they're up there, they do that. And like I said, from Georgia, we pick about 115 kids total from the state.
That's a lot.
And they get to meet those other 1,500 kids from across the country. And it's just amazing to see these kids I say kids, I know they're like 17, 18, but they're kids to me because I'm old. But see these kids and these young leaders and adults meet these other kids from everywhere else, and how they're all so similar. They all come from different places, but they all are facing the same junk. They're all facing it. They're all in it together, and seeing them come together and support each other is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just like a leadership experience. When I came from Alabama, so I am not an Alabama fan. Don't anybody starts. I'm not. These kids there, we had programs there kind of like called Boys State, Girl State, things like that. And a lot of the kids were like, it would compete with the times of our youth tour. And they're like, oh, I know which one to do. Or they would go off one and come right into youth tour, go to DC. And everyone told me, like, Miss Tiffany, this was the best experience I've ever had. It blew every other leadership thing out of the water.
Right.
And it's a great opportunity. It's 1 week. It's expenses paid. They are treated to everything. Awesome. They get to see all the highlights of DC. They make long-lasting friendships. As I said, I could talk about this ad nauseum for hours.
And it looks good on the resume.
It does. There's only 115 kids in Georgia that go. So I don't know how many kids are in Georgia.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So if, these kids who are really looking for that, something special on a resume,
this is it.
It is. A lot of people don't know about electric. I always tell our kids, I'm like, no one really knows about electric cooperatives until you know about electric cooperatives. And it's that co-op connection. And you'll be shocked how many kids have come back to me. Like I said, I've been doing this for a hot minute, 17 years for a while. But so many kids come back and be like, Miss Tiffany, I got this interview, or I got this job opportunity, or I got this because they saw youth tour on my application.
Wow.
And somebody's mom or uncle used to work for a co-op, or somebody else went on youth tour, and
everywhere.
It's nationwide. It's like a huge network.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things, like, not only is it an amazing time, it's so much fun. Yeah. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But on the long run, it follows you, and it just opens so many doors that people normally, it makes you stand out. And that's what you got to do now.
Yes, you do. And you said it's a week. Can you tell me the dates?
Yeah, it's in June because DC in summer, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
We hydrate.
Yes.
A lot. But it's June 13th through the 20th. We'll fly out, leave out of Atlanta. It's a great group of chaperones from people that work in the co-ops. They go with the kids up there. I've done 4 Washington youth tours. It's very well controlled. I mean, we have worked with our national organization and our ECA. They help coordinate all this for 1,500 kids from across the country. But so there's security everywhere. We do head counts. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but it's a great way for these kids to experience DC, but in a very safe, controlled way, but with a whole bunch of teenagers. So it doesn't look safe and good, but it is.
It is. And it's fun for them. It makes learning fun, and I love that.
Yeah. And like I said, the biggest thing for it is also networking. I've had kids who have gone to college who met a kid from another state and said, so-and-so was coming to, I want to show my true colors here, but so-and-so is coming to Auburn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're from out of state, but I went to youth tour with them. So I was able to introduce them. So they already have a friend, or vice versa. Other kids who've gone to out of state colleges and like, oh, I knew somebody from there. And so I looked them up and they're getting me connected. So it's really about that. Co-ops are all about connection anyway.
Exactly.
And so it just really, really furthers that.
And I know you guys probably don't have the whole itinerary laid out, or maybe you do, but can you give me a little insight into what you guys will be doing?
Yeah. Hit the ground running.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of walking, but it is worth every minute of it. Like I said, it's June, so it's a lovely time of year. It's a little warm, but it's okay. We're from South. We can handle it. It's a dry heat.
Yeah.
It's not it's a dry heat. So what we do is we hit the ground running, and we do everything from the Capitol tour to all the monuments. Sometimes we get to go see a play at the Kennedy Center, or depends what's going on there. So a little bit of culture there. Ford's Theater, all that. I mean, anything you could think of. One of the biggest highlights, and I say this in with all honor, and when I say highlight, is we do allow our students to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. That is a very special thing. So we do have students that are selected through the process, and they get to go lay a wreath there at Arlington. That's always one of the most moving things, even for the ones that aren't laying the wreath, just seeing that. Just that pride of that event that happens, and getting to go through Arlington and have the tour and see everything and pay respects. The Holocaust Memorial Museum that's there. But then, have fun too. Right. A whole bunch of teenagers. Yeah. So we typically sometimes, like I said, we'll do a play. There's the NRECA puts on the whole big thing. So there's like one big thing. It's called Youth Night. And they literally get all 1,500 kids in this room. It's a lot. It's fun. It's loud.
A lot of energy.
It's a lot because they call each state, so each state has to like say, and Georgia does pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they just do all kinds of fun activities. They got it's called pin trading, and it's become like I don't want to say it's each state gives their kids like little enamel pins, like a lapel pins.
Disney World kind of trading the pins.
Each state has different ones, and so you'll be sitting there and you'll see youth tour kids from like Iowa, and they'll be like, hey, you got a Georgia pin? I don't have it, and they're trading and all things on it. But it's a great way for them to get to meet people and they start talking. So that we've done the Marine Time Parade at Iwo Jima. That one's been amazing. I mean, it's just there's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. You will have a very well-rounded experience.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And can you give us some of the requirements to apply, or how to apply for the youth tour?
Yeah, it's real simple. It's very easy. For all that you get out of it, it's really, really easy. You just need to be a current high school junior. So when you go on the trip, you'll be a rising senior.
Right.
But right now, you need to be a junior to apply. And that you just need to go to school in our service area. You don't have to be a member.
Right.
So you just need to go to school in one of the areas we service, Coweta-Fayette County, Heard County, parts of that. And the application is on our website at utility.org. And if you go under, I believe, community there, it's got a section there. But if you go in there, just put in youth tour or search youth tour, it's there. All our social media channels currently. And the deadline is February 14th. So
yeah, coming up. But
nothing says Valentine's Day like an application.
Yes.
So I would be loving to get tons of applications for my Valentine.
Yes, please send those in to us. We're super excited, and we still have plenty of spots left. So get your applications in.
And if I could say anything, some, I've had kids over the years. I've had a lot, and some are like, some are those real outgoing kids, or like, put me in, I'm ready to go, and real engaged. I have some kids that have been quiet, but they still have a great time. It actually kind of helps them get out of their comfort box a little bit.
Doesn't sound like you have a choice.
No, you don't. But the great thing is kids find kids that are similar.
Yeah,
So if you're a little bit more of a wallflower, a little shyer, there's tons. I mean, there's 1,500 people there. Right. You're going to find a friend.
You're right.
So you'll be there. You get to do that. And like I said, it's such a great experience. I'm so passionate about it. I've been doing it for 17 years, and every year I get excited about it. That's all I love it. Like I could talk forever.
And so much passionate about it, and it's awesome. And you're a great one to go on this with. So guys, sign up and hang out with Tiffany. She's great. Thank you so much again, Tiffany, for joining us today. And thank you for listening to In the Loop. Please find us wherever you get your podcast, and we'll see you next time.